Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well. Please give a shout out on the lesson feed so I know you've watched this. Hopefully this lesson should just be a reminder, especially the first half. So this is the first of two videos. And this is a reminder of what we've done before, which is solving quadratic equations. So main things, first of all, the key steps to solving quadratics. Now I will let you know there is a further 2 steps of what we can do when we can't factorize, but that is what we're going to be covering next week. So first of all, step 1, make sure your equations equal 0. We then check if we can use a single bracket. If it's not, we'll look and see if it's a difference of 2 squares. Now this step 3, I'm going to cover in my second video. And step 4, factorize into double brackets. Now I've also put at the top the reminder of the negative number rules. Now key things to remember. When factorizing into double brackets, we're looking for numbers that multiply to make this one and add to make this one here. They are the 2 key things. Now the multiply, this is where this table comes in. Now some people already at this point in the video have already spotted the 2 numbers, but I'm just going to go through what you do if you can't. So we're looking for numbers that multiply to make a positive 6. That tells me my numbers are both positive or both negative. So I know we're looking at one of these top 2. Numbers that multiply to make 6, or 1 and 6, 2 and 3. So which pairs of these add to make 5? Well, it's definitely these ones. And it's got to add to make a positive 5. So it's definitely has to be a positive 2 and a positive 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. Once you have them in brackets, you set each bracket equal to 0. And if x plus 2 equals 0, then x equals minus 2. And here, if x plus 3 equals 0, then x equals minus 3. So hopefully that is beginning to jog the memory. But let's do a couple more. So the next one, I always look at the number at the end first. So I'm looking to multiply to make 12, but this time add to make negative 7. Okay, so I'm going to get my 2 brackets ready. And I'm going to put the x in the front of both. Now, numbers that multiply to make a positive 12 means it's either a plus plus or a minus minus. Now, I know I've got to add to make a negative number. So that means it has to be this one here with 2 minuses in. Up here, when we have both positive, but you added to make a positive number, it was the top one. But here it's positive, but negative, so here. Right, numbers that multiply to make 12, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Which pairs of those make the 7? 3 and 4. So I'll put 3 in one bracket, 4 in the other. Now, as above, I'll make each bracket equal to 0. So if x minus 3 equals 0, x has to be 3. And in this one, x minus 4 equals 0, so x has to equal 4. So we've got 2 answers. That's the key thing to remember on these. We always have 2 answers. Now, I just want to make sure they're nice and clear. Just going to underline them there. So, same idea. This time, I am multiplying to make a negative number. Now, all that tells me is that the signs are different. So what I'm going to do to start with this time is I put my x in. I'm just going to put the different signs in. Now, I always go for plus in the first bracket and negative in the second bracket, but you can swap them around, it doesn't matter. The key thing now, because we have different signs, the order in which I put the numbers in does matter. On the top 2, because it was plus plus and minus minus, I could have swapped the numbers over and it did not make a difference. Here it will. So numbers that multiply to make 12 is 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Now, I am looking to make, there's no number there, which means there is a hidden number 1. Remember, there is always a hidden 1 in front of an x. So how can I make a -1 out of those numbers? It has to be this one here, because 3 take away 4 is -1. So positive 3 take away 4. Now I'm going to follow the same procedure above. Each bracket equal to 0. And then work out what the x has to be. Okay, last one. Now, a lot of people fall into the trap on this one. There are steps here. Step 1, make sure your equation equals 0. Does this currently equal 0? No, it does not. So the first thing I'm going to do is get it equal to 0 by taking 10 off both sides. Now I will follow my same procedure. Multiply to make this number, add to make this one. Right, numbers that multiply to make 10 are 1 and 10, 2 and 5. Okay then, so from here, how can I make a positive 3? Looking at my numbers, the only way I can make it is 5 take away 2. 5 take away 2 gives me the positive 3. And luckily here, I've got a minus, which means my signs are different. So 5 take away 3, so the 5 has to go here, take away 3 on this side. And then each bracket equals 0. And I get, again, my 2 solutions. So that was just a reminder of the factorizing part of solving equations. In part 2 of the video, I'm going to go through where these two come into their own and will help us out in solving quadratics.